It can be a case that, you know, what format suits the idea. So, you know, if you're looking for engagement, you're trying to interact with somebody, you want it in a place where people are walking by and there's going to be consumer engagement with the piece. So it's very often, you know, that you're first of all saying, kind of assessing it and kind of go, what's going to work best with this idea, you know. Large formats, you know, seeing your idea then here has never been interesting. It's you know, seeing a 96 sheet, you know, with a really good idea on it, always sings true. So it's always got to be a good 48 sheet campaign, certainly for outdoor. Big 96 sheet, you know, it can be epic if you get a nice idea in there. So for me, it's sort of the larger formats. What Carlsberg did in the UK, which was probably the best poster in the world, or probably the greatest poster in the world. Something to the tune of that, where you could actually pour yourself a beer. I don't know how long it lasted for, and I don't know if it was around the middle night. I think the point of doing a piece of outdoor like that is that it also becomes a piece of content, you know, that you can actually film it and then it becomes shareable. It was a smart little notion. Good example of a recent large format, you know, big winner over in Cannes was the Women's Aid piece, which basically had some eye recognition technology built into the large format poster. So when you actually looked at the bruised face of the woman, she began to heal. So it was played off the idea of don't turn a blind eye to domestic abuse, which was a really powerful piece, and obviously rose awareness, and they were looking for donations at the same time. But I just thought, you know, you don't have to just play at the idea that a 48 sheet is a large format piece of design. It's just flat and non-engagement. You can build the technology nowadays into it, so just to make the idea even more powerful, you know. Everything now is digital, so it's really about, you know, where even if it's not digital, it has a hashtag on it or something, or it's asking you for engagement, or you know, as we've talked about, people are out there with their smartphones and their tablets, and they're not just locked away in a room, you know. So there's an opportunity to engage and share. I mean, iPhone's recent campaign where they wanted to prove the quality of their camera, and they took the actual shots from consumers and users and place them up in huge formats to kind of say, you know, this was taken by a user, this is how good our phone is, this is how good the camera is. It's the best example ever of just a small little line, you know. Okay, what I'd like to see more of is less of. So I think people always, or we tend to forget when we work as groups, we tend to forget about the role of outdoor. And you know, the basic role of outdoor is it's a great awareness medium. It's also, when you start to remove elements, as I talked about earlier, it immediately improves. You know, I think the time should be spent and the money should be spent on trying to come up with a better idea, trying to put a more engaging piece in there. But I think what we tend to see a lot of is people dumping information into outdoor, and you sort of see headlines and subheads and logos and pack shots, and there's way too much for people to take in. And I don't think it's half as effective as it could be as a result.